Hi guys, Brittany Lake here. I just wanted to jump on today and share some thoughts about health and what is healthy, right? Everyone has their own opinion of it, but I think we've become really obsessed and consumed with the idea that to be healthy means you consume certain foods and stay away from certain foods. And I kind of want to call BS on that because I have learned the hard way that being healthy has a lot more to do with how you feel about yourself and how you think about the world around you. And it has very little to do with what you consume. Now, I have to disclaim that as well because nutrition does have a place as well. But what I'm trying to say is that our thoughts hold a lot more weight than what we can consume in regards to our health. Right? Like I got to my heaviest weight drinking green smoothies every day, cutting out sugar, never eating past 7 p.m., buying only organic, non-GMO, grass-fed products, and I was doing 3.5 miles on the treadmill every day. And that got me to my heaviest weight. I grew up working at a health food store that my parents owned, and my dad was a doctor. And my family, we ate organically before that was trendy, okay? So I was still overweight. I learned more and more that it wasn't about the food. And I know that's crazy because everybody says it's the food. Everyone wants to point the finger at sugar, at carbs, at meat products, at GMOs, at MSG. And I did the same thing too. But guess what? I was still overweight. I was still struggling with my weight. Couldn't cross my legs, couldn't fit into any of the clothes that I wanted to wear, and having to shop through the plus size section. And not really living up to my fullest potential because there was always this weight literally weighing me down. And as much as I wanted the food to obey and make me be healthy, it wasn't. But you know what was making this problem a lot worse? Was my thoughts, how I felt about myself, and how I viewed the world around me. Years trying to make myself obey and make the food obey and feel like a good girl eating certain foods. And if I didn't, I would feel like a bad girl, right? And there was so much shame around it when I couldn't make myself eat a certain way. That is really unhealthy. And yet we keep buying into these healthy diet plans. But I want to tell you something. Back from my worst diet failure, it broke me. It was really hard to come back from that. I became a person obsessed with every inch of rolls on my body. I became obsessed with food even more. It was getting out of control. And I started binge eating after that diet plan. And I never had a problem with binge eating before that healthy diet plan. But because of the restrictive nature of this healthy diet plan, it caused me to feel so guilty inside when I couldn't make myself do it. And because it was restrictive, we end up gasping for food, especially the foods that we aren't allowing ourselves to eat, because we've put this restriction and forbiddenness around it. Okay? That's not healthy. There's nothing healthy about that. I had to go into counseling after that diet plan because I couldn't stop eating. That's not right. That's not healthy. I used to go through the grocery store, just wheeling my cart down the aisles in near tears, trying to figure out what to buy. What do I bring home to make my husband and I eat for the week that will follow the rules so I can be healthy? And I would try to compare prices and ingredients, and it was just mind-boggling, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out how to be healthy. But it caused me to be even more obsessed with my body and more obsessed with food because there's all these rules that I had to live by. That's not healthy. It's not healthy to be so preoccupied with our food and with our body. And the cool part about all this is that God already solved this problem for us. He designed within each of our bodies an innate weight management system to help us manage our body's natural weight without having to worry about how many calories are in a food, how many sugar grams, how many carbs, how many this or that. Food doesn't come with labels on them, okay? And we can blame GMOs and sugars and things like that, but if we're tuned in with the body that God gave us, it will tell us when we've had enough of certain foods. It will tell us when we're approaching too much sugar. Our body will respond and it won't feel good. So therefore we stop. But if we start dieting because we want to be healthy and we start restricting and putting rules around our food, which we need for survival, it will backfire really bad. And it will not be healthy. Your mind will not be able to handle that. And you'll become even more obsessed around that food. And that obsession is not healthy. Because that obsession keeps you from doing what you're meant to do in this life. It keeps you preoccupied and dulled, and your light is dimmer. And everything you need to be accomplishing in your life, there's no room for that anymore. Because you spend half your time thinking about your food and thinking about your body. Let me tell you guys, we have made this problem so much harder than it needs to be. And I know that because I've done all of the hard ways possible. And until God helped me figure this out, I didn't know any other way. Which is why we really, really need to share this message with people. Let people know that actually it's way easier than people think to lose weight and get back down to a healthy BMI range for our body shape and size. It's way easier than we have made it out to be. And that starts with redefining your definition of health. And people ask me all the time, well, what should I eat to be healthy? What should I eat? I don't tell people what to eat. In my programs, we don't discuss what to eat at all because I'm not supposed to tell you. Your body will tell you what tastes good and makes you feel good. And that's the only thing you need to understand. The more and more you act on what sounds good to you, eat it. If it makes your body feel good, then put that on your list of foods that you like and eat those foods. But if it doesn't make you feel good, then don't eat it. That's how you find out what your body needs to consume. For me, since I've been eating intuitively, I've learned that my body doesn't like a whole lot of meat. I used to think that I needed a lot of protein to be healthy, to have energy, to be lean. And so I always try to pack myself with protein. Since I've been eating intuitively, my body doesn't like that. It feels heavy and it takes forever for me to get hungry again. And so I eat meat very sparingly. I like meat, I just don't need a whole lot of it anymore. And I feel lighter and more energized since doing so. Your body might need more meat, I don't know, but I'm not gonna tell you that because that's something for you to figure out. Every person's body and metabolism is going to be totally different. So I think we need to stop listening to other people when it comes to our health and start listening to our amazing, incredible body that God created for us. And the more and more you master listening to your body, the more you'll be able to shed the extra weight, just like I did. There is a process to this. There are things that you need to understand to help you. And that's what I'm going to dive into in my free webinar training next week. Tuesday, May 15th at noon Mountain Standard Time, I'm offering a free webinar for everybody. It's called The Secrets of the Naturally Thin. The 5 secrets I finally learned that helped me lose over 70 pounds without giving up the foods I love. Even foods like donuts and pizza. It's amazing. And I'm going to break this down for you so that way you know what you need to do to get back on track get off the crazy train of dieting and start listening to your body again. So we're going to break that down in the 5 secrets in this webinar. If you haven't yet registered, you really should, because it's going to be awesome. And even if you can't make it live, I'll be sending you the replay so you have that. And you're going to want to take lots of notes, because I'm giving away a lot of content in here that is usually left for those in my 10-week program. So register at brittnylake.com/webinar, because now it's time to start redefining how we view health and get on the right track. The nutrition will come, but that's not the first step. And I'm going to tell you why in the webinar, and what you need to be focusing on now instead that will lead you to the best health and the best body weight of your life. And it'll be so much easier than you ever thought possible. And I won't stop sharing this until everybody knows that they don't have to diet and restrict themselves to lose the weight and get back down to a healthy body weight for themselves. I hope you guys are out there sharing that message too. I might do a challenge in the group this week to help you spread the message and share it with those who you know are struggling just like we were. And I think back on myself just before December 2016, before I learned about how our bodies were actually designed to manage our weight, I was still so incredibly lost, researching dozens of diets, trying to figure out what on earth can I do that will help me lose weight without losing my mind and lessening my quality of life. And that's where I was. I was so stuck, and thankfully God intervened and helped set me straight. And I'm so grateful He did, because now I can share it with you and you don't have to go through the same pain that I did. And I hope that you can pass on that message to others too, and let them know that they have within inside themselves everything they need to lose the extra weight once and for all. But they gotta start listening to their body. So make sure to check out my webinar, The Secrets of the Naturally Thin. And I left the link for you guys in the title of this video, so it's easy for you guys to get to. But it's completely free, and we're gonna break it down for you. I hope to see you guys there, and I will hop on tomorrow and see how you guys are doing then. Bye.